Yann LeCun raises $1 billion to build AI that understands the physical world, so world models. Yann LeCun was Meta's chief AI scientist. He's a NYU computer science professor. Here is the X story. Advanced Machine Intelligence Labs raised $1 billion round. That is exciting.
So
world
part of the original article that was rumoring that Wang had been ousted mentioned among some of the challenges and failures of MSI, Meta Superintelligence, MSL, that Yann LeCun, one of the godfathers of AI, one of the people that did a lot of the foundational work, left because he didn't want to work under Wang. Which, when you look at the difference between those two characters and their personas and their track records, like if I was Yann LeCun, I wouldn't want to work under Wang. I would want to start my own lab. So that's what he did, and it's interesting to see that he's working on this, and it's interesting to see that he's getting so much support, obviously, because he's such a well-known figure, to get a $1 billion seed round. Like, I've never seen that before.
How much did the one who was the OpenAI CEO for a day? What was? Well, I'll look up in a second. But she got a big seed round on her project.
$2 billion, yeah.
But this is world models. Just clarify for everyone. I used example. I remember when I was learning how to drive a stick shift, and first, I was learning from someone that, okay, when the left pedal's here, your right pedal's here, and if your hill is that way, and it was kind of like a very, here's the inputs, and I was getting it. And so I went to howstuffworks.com, looked up how a transmission worked, and I was like, oh, okay, I get it. I know what to do now. And seeing the clutch and the pressure plate and all that stuff. And that's like the world model of a manual transmission. So that's what the idea is LLMs, you can think about it as here's a bunch of inputs. What should the outputs be? And then a world model is like, here's the causal physics. Here's how the thing actually works mechanically. So in a sense, it's kind of like philosophically better. And if it was constructed right, it might encode how to actually do stuff much better. And I think the two are complementary. That's my world model story, is learning how to drive a stick shift. So
yeah, I mean, I think that this is a big new frontier. LLMs, I wouldn't say they're a solved problem, but for a large, they have gotten us very far. Obviously, visual language models, VLMs, multimodal models like Gemini, or a lot of models now are multimodal, have a lot more power in the ability to analyze visual information, and they can be used for computer use agents, for browser use agents, to not just implement a user interface, but to actually drive a user interface. But the next level in that is moving out of the computer screen and having an agent be able to do more things beyond operate a mouse and a keyboard, to operate a robot, to operate in the real world. And for that, you need to model the world. You need to understand laws of physics. You need to understand environments. You need to understand entities that you interact with, your relation to space. And these are different things that need to be modeled, and they're very different from an LLM. So Yann LeCun's been famous for saying for a long time that LLMs are not going to get us to AGI, that for truly generalizable artificial intelligence, we need different kinds of information, and we need to operate in a different kind of space.
Yeah, here it is. I think with the internet amplification effect kind of plays on him sometimes. He's not some like anti-LLM doomer. He's more just like, it's not the end all be all to everything. And it's where they're going to be complementary, right? And that's part of why I think tools are so cool, is right. You can have an LLM that's processing all the dirty inputs of everything, and then when you need to use a world model, you can stick it in a world model. And I think some hybrid will probably be the best play going forward, right? Where you have world models for closed systems and LLMs or something like it handling all of the craziness around it.
I mean, I saw this coming up in San Francisco. Unfortunately, it's on site, and I wish I could go because it's something that I've been wanting to do, which is open claw and robotics. Like, I would love to get my little mini me into a physical embodiment, and even if it's just sitting on my desk. Like, that's the next step in the anthropomorphization and in the ascribing of selfness to this entity, is to have it have a physical embodiment. And beyond that, if it could actually move and do things. I mean, you've seen, this is a whole topic for another episode, but there's these robots that can do housework for like $30,000 or something. I think we're going to see a lot of this merging of AI with robotics and things that are operating in the world and not just in the computer.
Yeah, we are closer. I think it's going to be, well, like the phrase about bankruptcy, it's very slowly and then all at once, right? It's going to be, right now we're at the very shallow part of the exponential curve. We're almost going to get to the part where it's like, okay, we're going to have all the right stuff to do that at scale. I think it's pretty to think about. All right, let's switch over to the next batch. I have run out of tabs on this window.
So let's go back to number 7.
Did you like that clip? Make sure to check out our latest episode. The link is in the description. Also, make sure to check out the links for our Substack, the Trilogy AI Center of Excellence. We publish articles a couple times a week on new AI tools, approaches, comparing things, and also AI news. OpenClaw, we're diving deep into that. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. We do updates several times a week with the latest AI news, tools, walkthroughs, deep dives, lots of good things. We've got the link to our Discord. Ask us questions. We're there all the time. All right, have a good one. See you on the next one.